Okay, so for today's lesson, we're going to look at adding and subtracting polynomials. For A2 actually looks at, it's supposed to be A2B, looks at adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. We're actually going to hold off on dividing until after we've done factoring. But just for today's lesson, we're going to look at just adding and subtracting polynomials. All right, so with adding and subtracting polynomials, the only thing you're doing is you're going back to combining like terms. That's the main thing that we're looking at. So let's look at some vocabulary before we start off. So a monomial expression is an expression with one term. All right, so for example, we have 2x, 3ab squared. Those are one term, all right, separately. So 2x is one term and 3ab squared is one term, okay? A binomial is an expression with two unlike terms. So meaning after you simplify, there's nothing else that you can do. So a plus b represents a binomial expression because, again, we can't combine that a and b together. It has to stay as is. And then we can say that 7xy squared plus 2 is also a binomial expression because, again, we can't combine like terms and we have to leave as is. A trinomial expression is an expression with three unlike terms. So example, we can say a squared plus b plus 2c. All right, that is an example of a trinomial. You have three unlike terms. Okay, a polynomial expression is an expression with four, and this should say or more terms. Okay, sometimes you'll see as you get further in math, you'll see where it says n number of terms. So for a polynomial, for example, we could have 2c plus, let's say 2c squared or cubed plus 4a plus 7b plus 8x to the fourth. Okay, again, with a polynomial, you're going to have four or more terms. All right, so the degree of the polynomial is the value of the exponent. Or should I say the highest exponent? Okay, so if we look back at our polynomial example, we have 2c cubed plus 4a plus 7b plus 8x to the fourth. So the degree of the polynomial will be 4 because the highest exponent is degree 4. Like terms, we've talked about this before. Like terms are terms whose variable or both and exponent are the same. Okay, so just for this, again, we're going to skip those steps because we can easily do this without having to write in those steps. So looking at the first example, again, with adding and subtracting, all you are doing are you're combining like terms. So I have 5z plus 14, and that's being added to negative 2z plus 26. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and identify my like terms. I can see that I have 5z, so I'm going to have 5z plus the negative 2. So 5z plus the negative 2 gives me a 3z. And then I have 14 plus 26, which gives me 40. So I'm going to add 40. So my final answer is 3z plus 40. I end up with a binomial here because I have two terms and they are unlike, so I can't combine them. All right, taking a look at the second one, I have negative 2a squared plus 3ab. Then we have minus a squared plus 3ab minus 3b squared. All right, so again, identifying our like terms, I have negative 2a squared in my first expression, and then I have a squared plus 3ab minus 8b squared. All right, so for subtraction problems, it's something that I like to do. I like to go ahead and distribute my negative to my second term. So I'm going to distribute that negative to the a squared, to the 3ab, and then also distribute a negative to the 8b squared. So rewriting, my first expression is going to stay the same. My second expression is now, since I'm distributing that negative, I'm going to actually add. Okay, because again, I distribute the negative, so I have negative a squared minus 3ab plus 8b squared. All right. So now looking at my a squared terms, I have negative 2a plus a negative a squared, which gives me negative 3a squared. Then I have a positive 3ab plus a negative 3ab. I know that's going to cancel out. Then my 8b squared, I have nothing to combine that with, so that leaves me with plus 8b squared. All right. Let's take a look at the next example. I have 16x plus 3 minus 4x plus 10. Again, I am going to combine my like terms. Again, it's a subtraction. So again, for me, I like to go ahead and distribute my negative. That's something that I remember to do all the time when I subtract. You don't have to. That's your preference. So again, since this one is a little more, I guess, simpler, I can see that I have 16x minus 4x. So that's going to give me 12x. And then I have 3 minus 10, which gives me a negative 7. So again, we would have gotten the same thing if we changed it around and we distributed the negative to my 4x and 10 and added instead, you would have still gotten 12x minus 7. All right, for the last one, yes, it does have fractions. So fractions are not going anywhere. So I have 2/3 times 12x plus 6 plus 1/2 times 4x minus 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and simplify that. So 2/3 times 2/3 times 12x. So again, remember when we multiply with fractions, we can just simply put our whole numbers over 1 and multiply. So I would have 12 times 2, which gives me 24, which will be divided by 3, which gives me 8x. Then again, with my 6, I have 2 times 6, which gives me 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So plus 4. So there's my first term. Then I have 1/2 being multiplied by 4, which gives me 2x. And 1/2 being multiplied by a negative 8, which gives me negative 4. And again, we're just simply going through and combining like terms. I have 8x plus 2x, which gives me 10x. And then I have 4 minus 4, which cancels out, or 4 plus a negative 4, which cancels out and gives me 10x. All right. So again, here, all we are doing is just combining those like terms. All right. So now it is your turn. So I want you to look at the following 4 below and simplify each expression. Of course, this is the video, so it's kind of hard for you to show all your work. We are going to go over these problems tomorrow in class for the warm-up, but please make sure that you do complete them and put your answers at the end of the video.